guys, what is going on? Blossom is back and welcome back to another episode of Top Drives. Now, today we celebrate 69 days of World Expo. No, I did not calculate that it was 69 days. It's just that it just so happened that today I wanted to do a review of my World Expo garage, and I just found out that World Expo was 69 days old. I guess it was meant to be. But what I want to say is this. It's been over 2 months of World Expo. We've had a crap ton of Tri-Series finals surrounded around World Expo requirements already. Up to the point where I think some players are starting to get sick of that, okay? But I'm not sick of it yet. I'm having a lot of fun. However, that recent Koenigsegg final requirements was kind of stupid. Not gonna lie. It wasn't stupid if you had the cars, but it was so damn niche. Like, it was just like, I don't know. I've now won every single prize card that has been released since World Expo up till that Koenigsegg. I didn't win the Koenigsegg. I ended up having a hand of 4 ultra rares and 1 super rare, and I actually got tier 3, so I'm not mad about that at all. But anyway, it's been 69 days, and I will tell you this. I will tell you why it's 69. Well, I will tell you how I know why it's 69, because later I'll be showing you my first ever World Expo ultra rare, which I got on the day of the update, and that's 69 days old. But I do want to show you what my garage is looking like now, because now that it's been over 2 months of this update, I can say that I am ready for the next update. Now, we expected to get one in the month of October, and Hutch obviously delayed it to November. I want to let you know right now, if you're watching this video, if Hutch says that they're going to delay the November update, which was initially the October update, to be in December, don't be surprised. Basically, just give them a lot of slack, because Hutch is a very irresponsible company, it seems like, when it comes to updates. The next update might come 2023 July for all I care. But anyway, I feel like 3 months is a good time for every little update to come out, because in about 3 months, this is about how far I can get my garage to. I mean, it's not even 3 months, it's a little over 2 months, 69 days, but 3 months would be more like 93 days, something like that, 92 days, something like that. But anyway, this is my entire collection. So I have 144 World Expo cars, and it's a very strong collection. When you compare it to other updates, it's already doubled European Revolution, but then again, that's an update with not a lot of cars. I have more World Expo cars than French Renaissance, German Renaissance, Italian Renaissance, but then again, I still have more cars for American Frontier. Makes sense because I'm an American collector, JPT, and Great Exhibition. But that being said though, World Expo, I am looking for more and more cars. They got some really good cars in this update. Just to give you a nice little walkthrough of everything I have over here. Oh right, this fully upgraded. This is literally only fully upgraded. I just saw that. It's literally only fully upgraded. But yeah, I have 7 commons, 28 uncommons, 37 rares, 27 super rares, 36 ultra rares, 8 epics, and 1 legend, all of them fully upgraded. Now let's get rid of this and just have World Expo, and let's look at the numbers again. Yeah, okay, 206 World Expo, which is still more than French Renaissance, German Renaissance, Italian Renaissance, and European Revolution. So nothing much really changed over there. I still have more American Frontier, JPT, and Great Exhibition cars. Anyway, with that said, let's get into the entire garage review. This is what it looks like, you know, when you've been playing, you know, this update really hard for just about a little over 2 months. So I only have 6 commons because I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I hate, not 6, 7. I hate commons. Like, I really have no fun in collecting them whatsoever. If it wasn't for a legendary challenge, I would never touch this rarity. I mean, even when there's commons in clubs, I don't play clubs when there are commons in clubs. Like, I'm in a position where I'm really happy with my garage. I'm not desperate to make a crap ton of money anymore, where I can say, oh, on some days I'm just not even going to touch the entire game mode. That's really what I've progressed into. It's a new phase, I guess. It's the teenage rebellion phase. Like, oh my god, I'm not going to play every rarity anymore, you know what I mean? So yeah, whenever they're commons, I kind of just ignore it. The only commons that I really collected are the American ones, or the ones that I think are relatively cool. Like, this one's from Brazil, and it looks like Bumblebee, so I think it's kind of cool. And then obviously I have some of the nicer American ones, so like the Cutlass, the Oldsmobile 98, another Cutlass over here, and the Oldsmobile Starfire. This one was kind of cute, so I had it in there, and then the Bristol was kind of decent, and that was about it. I really don't like that rarity. Alright, moving on to uncommons now. This one, I kind of collected a little bit more. I don't have every single uncommon World Expo car, but I have a decent amount. I would say a good enough variety not to ever feel like I'm missing a World Expo uncommon, if that makes sense. So once again, I had a priority on the American cars, so much like the Oldsmobiles and the Hummers. Those were the ones. I also had another priority on the Mercs. Merc, so I have all of the Merc uncommons max, obviously. I had a little bit of Audis. I sprinkled a little bit of Audi in there as well, just because, you know, four-wheel drive or medium ground clearance, whatever it may be. But yeah, you're definitely going to see every single Merc over here, and obviously the good uncommons, I have them. Kind of like the Lotus Elan plus 2, alongside with the Saturn Sky. But like I said, you know, and this is a thing that goes throughout my entire garage. If it's ultra rare below, it's all gonna be max. Well, besides super rares, because super rares are usually fused material anyway. Then we move on to rares. Rares, I think I have almost every single rare. I think I'm only missing 5 World Expo rares. And this one is a collection I'm proud of. I'm definitely going for every single World Expo rare. Like, I want to collect every single one. I did that for American Frontier. I had every single American Frontier super rare, and I think I did like every single uncommon JPT. Obviously that's all mixed up now because of the old guard and the PL15 changes or whatever. So obviously some of the super rares, like from American Frontier, I have stock now because they went down from like ultra rare or they went up from rare, whatever it may be. It's not that clean anymore, which makes me kind of sad, and I really can't be bothered to fix it. But for the rares, I want to get every single World Expo rare. I want to get every single one of them max. Like I said, I think I'm only missing 5, and all of them are Bristols, I think. Now the main reason why I don't collect a lot of the Bristols is because their pictures are really boring. I've said this a million times. How the car presents itself, especially if it's a car that I don't know very well, because you can put the ugliest picture on a Dodge and I'm still gonna collect it because it's a Dodge. But like if it's a car that I don't know very well, like the Bristol, like, you know, first impressions mean a lot, and if you're gonna look like this, I'm not going to want to collect you, especially since you don't even have like fantastic stats. Like, I mean, it's got a high top speed, it's medium ground clearance, that's about it really. That's what the Bristols are. But I do have most of the rares. I think I'm only missing a couple. Let me show you what I'm missing actually. So World Expo rare, all cars. So yeah, I'm missing 1 Bristol. I think they're literally all Bristols. This one's a prize car, so that doesn't count. Oldsmobile Aurora. Okay, I need to get that. So that's 2. Saturn, that's 3. Ford Capri, oh, that's a prize. So there's 3 so far. That's another Bristol, so that's 4. And I think there should be 1 more. Yep, another Bristol, that's 5. I think I have everything else. Yeah, that's a prize car. So yeah, I'm really only missing 5. 3 of them are Bristols, 1 Saturn, and 1 Oldsmobile. And I think this Saturn Astra, I don't think I've ever unpacked it before, to be honest. This one I have unpacked before, but I sold it. Eventually I am going to, you know, have it and collect it, and we'll have a good time. But anyway, back to my cars, and I think we're going to super rare. My super rare collection is looking pretty good as well. I think much like the rares, I think I have every single World Expo super rare max besides 5 or 4. Sorry, not max. I have every single super rare collected besides 5 or 4 cars. There are a couple of cars that are still stock, but yeah, like the Audi A4 is still stock, the A6 is still stock, the Oldsmobile is still stock, but I try and get a decent variety, like I sprinkle throughout, so I'm not gonna max all of the RQ48 and 49s, I'm gonna spread it out. So I got a little bit of 41s max, I got a little bit of 40s max, got the Oldsmobile Aurora and the Granada Scorpio. Obviously, if you're a Mercedes, you're definitely going to be maxed already. I think there's only 1 super rare Merc that I still have stock, and that's because it doesn't look like a Merc. Yeah, it's this one, the R500. It's just like, when I think of Mercedes, I don't think of an MPV like this. But yeah, I got some of the ACs as well. This one I've not touched, even though I know it's pretty decent. AC haven't touched, although I know it's pretty decent. At the end of the day, I don't like super rares. I put an emphasis on Interstellar, so most of the Saturns I think I should have max. The Outlook I don't, but like the Saturn Aura is done. I think most of the Saturns are done, honestly. I got the Elise Club Racer. 1 is enough. I don't really use this car that often. I have it 323 and I've raced it actually 93 times. That's actually a lot more than I expected. I don't remember using this car very often. Maybe I kind of just think that it's the Lotus Elise Sprint, and so I use it that way. Ranger Wild Track is a really heavy car, but it handles really well for a super rare 4-wheel drive all-surface tire car. I commend that, you know, 81, so definitely max it out for that reason. The Hummer H3T as well. The Audi 100 I think was one of my first. This should be 69 days. There you go, 69 days. This was among one of my first ever World Expo cars, so we know it's 69 days since the update. But yeah, this wasn't the car that told me that it was 69 days old. It was an ultra rare that I found. The Porsche 718 RSK is a really cool car with a really cool picture. I gotta be honest though, I hate the stats on this thing. I really hate it. For an RQ46, 84 handling with 5.0 0 to 60 is trash. But it is very, very, very light. I just wish that it handled a little better. If this had 86 handling, 87 handling with that weight, it might be a borderline Blossom choice. And if it was 90 handling with that weight, maybe with like a 0 to 60 of 5.5, like a slower one, oh, 100% Blossom choice. That would be a slalom king, bro. But yeah, it's lightweight, has a little bit of, it's a strange one. It's a 50s car. It will have its day for sure. The Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC, probably one of the worst World Expo Super Airs, but I don't care because it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite Super Air from World Expo. This is drag spec, by the way. When I saw this car stock, I was like, wow, 68 handling is garbage. Like, that's just garbage. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna focus on that 0 to 60 as much as I can, drag spec the car, and here we go. 4.8, 73. I'm probably never ever gonna use it like in a real situation, only gonna use it in clubs. Also 69 days old, 39 races with a surprising win ratio of over 70%. I expected less than that. The Audi Quattro, haven't touched this one yet. Why? There's a very obvious reason why I haven't maxed the Quattro. It's because it's an old picture. It doesn't feel like a new car. Like, yes, it's a nice picture, but it's an old picture from an old update. It doesn't feel like a new car to me, and that's why I don't have the motivation to max it out. It feels like a Super that's been here for years, and because of that, it's just been sitting there. I'm not gonna fuse it away because like a 78 handling 4-wheel drive medium ground clearance is actually a good combination. Like, I respect that, but like, it's just, and it's a good picture too. It's just that it's an old picture. My brain is telling me that this car is 4 years old and I don't need it, so that's why pictures are so important, at least to me. Fiesta's max, the Audi DTM is max, Saturn Vue, AC Cobra, I think everything here is max. The 911, the Mercedes, I got 5 of the Lotus Turbo Esprits, 4 of the Biguas, and obviously I have a pair of the Audi TTs, the Quattro as well as the Roadster. Both of them are max. One is clearly better than the other, 4.889 to 5.189. Now we move on to Ultra Airs. Well, usually I would say my favorite rarity, but I do love epics when it comes to World Expo. So over here I have my maxed out Mercedes-Benz C111. Now this is obviously drag spec, and it has a 0 to 60 of 3.7 seconds and a top speed of 196. What I'll tell you is this: I have every single Ultra Air max. Obviously, I'm an Ultra Air collector, at least the ones that I own. There are still about 6, I think, 6 World Expo Ultra Airs that I've never unpacked before, but every single World Expo Ultra Air that I have is max, including No Nose car, which is 223 at 4.088, and it is a light car. I think it's relatively light. Yeah, relatively light. It looks a lot lighter than the 1002, to be honest. It looks like a 900 kilogram kind of car, but it isn't. But yeah, I have every single one max. So the Audi TT, Porsche, whatever it is, you name it, I have it maxed. If I have it, then I have it maxed. I have 2 of these Audi V8 Quattros because I thought that having 2 of these would be useful for the final, the Koenigsegg final that was. But no, this thing sucks on the slalom. It loses the Super Air, that's RQ41, and that's why I say time and time again, handling is everything. The RQ41 had a way worse 0 to 60, but he had 3 handling more, and because of that, it was the better car in the slalom. So I don't have the heart to quick sell Super Ultra Airs because one day I think having 2 max Audi V8 Quattros is actually gonna be useful. So I'm gonna keep both of them around. I got a bunch of Audis maxed over here, not because I like them, it's because I'm an Ultra collector. So it comes with the job. It's a requirement for me, okay? But everything here is maxed. I have 2 AC Cobras. Obviously, I use it for the final as well. This is the 223, which is not very useful because if you're using it in the wet, then you wanted to use the 323, but it didn't really matter because for the wet 0 to 100 in the final, I was using the AC Cobra, which I drag spec'd. 3.3 looks like it's really good, but it has no MRA. So honestly, at the end of the day, this is going to be a quarter-mile car that is still going to lose to the Charger 3. It's going to be a very, very, very niche. But you know, I got 2 of them max. I don't have the heart to sell it anymore. I have the Saturn Vue Redline as well, along with all of these. I have 2 of the Mercedes CLS 500s. Pretty good car, I would say. It has really good MRA. 4.3 is a low 0 to 60 for a standard tire car, and it handles pretty well. The only downside for this is that it has low ground clearance, but it doesn't really matter too much. You know, if it's a rear-wheel drive standard tire event, this will be one of the better RQ61s because other RQ61 rear-wheel drive standard tires will not have stats as good as the Mercedes-Benz because the other four-wheel drive standard tire RQ61s will have medium ground clearance, which inflates its RQ a little bit. So in a sense, the CLS 500 is good because it doesn't have an inflated RQ. It is what an RQ61 should be for a rear-wheel drive standard tire car. So that's why I have two of the Max, and also because I love how it looks and I love Mercedes, so pretty obvious there. This one's decent as well. Audi A6 four-wheel drive standard tires with handling of over 80. I have two maxed out Porsche Caymans. One is drag spec and the other one is 233. And then obviously we have my collection of Zenith E10s, all four of them max. I am so happy. This was one of the few things that went my way. You know, I could have been in a situation where I got like 4 Audi S4 Avants or something useless like 4 Audi S4 Cabriolets, but no. For once, I actually got duplicates of the best freaking car. It was a Zenith E10, and obviously, I'm gonna max every single one. So I have all 4 max Zenith E10s. Now, to put it in comparison, I got this car so quickly that I have 4 Lotus 340Rs in total, and that's an OG car, by the way. So really, really happy to have 4 max Zenith E10s. Very, very useful car. I use it in clubs all the time. And then we end off with the Mercedes-Benz R63. Fun fact, I've never pulled a World Expo RQ64. Not yet, I guess. Moving on now are going to be the Epics. Now, for the Epics, I have a Ford GT70. I used to have 2. I fused one away. I have the Di Tommaso Concept, which it's a very useful car, to be honest. It's saloon, it's Italian, it's four-wheel drive, and it handles well. It's like the Italian version of the Subaru Legacy. It's a very, very useful car. The only reason why I've not maxed it out is because I think it's really ugly. It looks like a... I was gonna say something really messed up. I can't say that because I'll probably get canceled. I'll say it in the nicest way possible. It looks like an elephant that went through a train wreck. Yeah, we'll put it that way. I don't like how this car looks. It looks like either an elephant that went through a train wreck or a knockoff like Chinese Jaguar. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a Jaguar XJ, but uglier and fatter and has less design cues to it, which is surprising for an Italian car. I would expect it to look a lot nicer than this, but I hate it. I hate how it looks, and that's why I've not touched it. I'm a very sentimental person. I like to max cars that either win me things that I like or a car that I like a lot. Like this one, Mercedes-Benz. 3.999, 199. It's the 9 car. It is the 9 car, and 9 is my favorite number, and it's from 1991. If only it was from 1999, then it was 199, then 3.9, then 99. Oh my god, that would be insane. RQ69, that would have been amazing. But there's so many 9. They're literally like 5, 7. There's 7 9s in this row right here. The 9 Mercedes. I got the Zenith. Everybody has that, so I'm not gonna touch it. And then this freaking car is plaguing me, honestly. I used to have 3. I fused one away, and I got one back. So I have 2 of these. I have 2 Bristol Fighters. Really good car, to be fair. This has won me 2 prize cars now. I love it. Drag spec, really high top speed, great MRA. This is the Thanos Countach when it comes to epics. I get to save RQ and beat some big boys. The Mercedes E400, I got this today, so it's not even a day old. Obviously, I entered tier 3 in the Koenigsegg final, so this was the car that I got. Really happy. I'm a Mercedes collector, so I love this. And honestly, it definitely will have its niche because it is a coupe and it is 4-wheel drive. And it is standard. I was gonna say medium, but it's not medium, it's low. But yeah, I mean, I feel like there are not a lot of 4-wheel drive standard tire coupes out there. Maybe I'll do a filter for that to see how many they actually are. And then we get to the good stuff. We have the Ultima Can-Am 2.898. It's won me a prize guy. We have the Porsche 911 Carrera 4 3.4 991. Really love this pull, by the way, mainly because I just love Porsche. One day I'm gonna max it out. Snow picture, gotta love it. Porsche Cayenne has 1 fuse into it. Have not touched it since I got it on the day of unpacking this. So it's been over a month. It's just been sitting in my fuse pile. I don't want to finish it off now. I'll get it done eventually. I have a 1-star SQ7, a very rare sight in my garage. My garage is either maxed or nothing, but I think I needed this for an event, so I decided to max it out. Well, get it to 1-star, not max it out. Porsche 911 Speedster, probably my favorite World Expo Epic that I own, because I don't have the butt. So the Speedster is my favorite, and I got that from that amazing pack. two maxed out Resvani Beasts, which I got from ceramic packs, or at least one was from a ceramic pack, one was from a carbon fiber, I think. We have my maxed out Audi R8, just because I notice and recognize how good this car actually is. 89 MRA with a top speed of over 200, 3.00 to 60, 100 handling, definitely is the all-rounder epic to go for. And then we have the Audi SQ8 TDI as well, which has served me very well, to be fair. 61 days, I've used it over 160 times, and it has a win ratio of 97%. This is a very, very strong car. I want to know the win ratio on my Speedster. I'm going to say 95. 85. Wow, that's a lot lower than I expected, because I really like that car. Ultima Can, I'm going to say 90. 93. Yeah, and you can see I've raced it a lot, 325 times as well in 67 days. And then we move on to the cream of the crop, the 6 legends that I have. I have the W Motors, which we most recently won. My most recent prize car, I would say. Porsche 911 Targa, which is also a prize, and I've unpacked 4 legends so far. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo, absolutely love this pull, by the way. So happy to have this in my garage. The Porsche 911 Turbo with max handling as well. As you can see over here, it is 113. Then we have my Porsche 911 RSR, which also has 2 upgrades, but this is a 366. And then basically these 3 Porsches all have at least 2 upgrades into them. And the last one is my Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport, which obviously I've maxed and called Müller. 2.2, 109, 217 top speed, amazing MRA. I've had it for 67 days. I've raced it 689 times, double of the Ultima Can-Am, and it has a win ratio of 98%. Absolutely love this car. I am still so blessed until this day that I have this in my garage. I am so happy to have this in my garage. A fantastic machine. But anyway, guys, that is my entire World Expo collection. Oh yeah, the last thing I wanted to show was actually, if I go into ultra rares, well, not ultra rares, sorry. What is it? Tires, 4-wheel drive, standard, and then we need to go into like body style or whatever it is. Coupe. Yeah, they're not a lot. They're 6. They're 6. So it's the, well, you know what? I have a feeling that the Cadillac CTS Coupe is still going to be better than the Mercedes-Benz, just because it handles better. Huh. Yeah, that Mercedes doesn't look that good in its competition, does it? It's the worst handling car there. It has a lower 0 to 60 compared to the Audi and the Sportback. That being said, though, this is like the worst RQ79 in the game. Yeah, at least it's a medium. This is a, no way, that's a coupe. Hutch! How is this a coupe? How is... That's a coupe. This is a coupe. How the hell is this a coupe? That's not a coupe. There's another door over there too. I don't know. So by right, get rid of the 2 Audis. It would be the Merc, the Cadillac, the Subaru, and the XT, which would be the only cars. Why the hell are those 2? Oh, why am I only just realizing? You know what? I'm only just realizing that because I don't own those Audis, so I don't know their flaws until you own them. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. That is my World Expo collection. I am ready for the next update whenever you want to bring it out. November is only like a week away from now, so I'm excited to see what's to come. But anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, wash your hands, and blossom out. Peace.
Bro, this song just makes me so happy.
Me too.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Imagine being Asian in the 50s, looking nifty, leather jacket, looking sleek, look like Presley, look so deadly. Got a jukebox back at home, feeling jazzy, turn it on and play it slow, like the movies with the ladies.
They so fine.
Sit back, relax in my Bonneville Pontiac. Hold tight all night, cruise to Jacksonville
Atlantic.